Welcome everyone to the DAF Media Network, joining you live from the DHS tennis courts. I'm Neve Sagel, and today we have a heavyweight Class Double-L matchup in front of us as the Darien Blue Wave host the Greenwich Cardinals. Both teams had amazing success last year, Greenwich winning the FCAC championships, knocking out Darien in the semifinals and Buchanan in the finals, and then Darien winning the Class L state championships last year. Currently, we're looking at Court 3, where Henry Johnson is taking on Chicho Lindia of the Greenwich Cardinals. And Johnson there hits the forehand a little bit too strong. Let's move over actually to court number 2. Matchup between Rithik Melwani, senior captain of the Darien Blue Wave, and Owen Kwon, junior captain of the Greenwich Cardinals. This is supposed to be one of the more highly contested matchups of tonight. Melwani, the righty, serving. As you see there, Kwon hits it out a little bit too far, and it's an easy point from Melwani, unforced error for Kwon. It's a fault. And Kwon there hits the net. We're going to move to a quad box right now, one of the great features of director Harrison Diltz. Looking top left, that I believe that's court 1, where we'll see Kai Collins taking on Elias Harrell in the singles 1 matchup. Court 2 is top right, and that's Rithik Melwani against Owen Kwon. We were just watching that earlier. Bottom left is Henry Johnson against Chicho Lindia. That's a singles 3 matchup. And then bottom right corner is the doubles 1 matchup, where it's the juniors for Darien High School, Harry Poloniapan and Will Panda, taking on Jake Orbanowski and Ryan Stanton of the Greenwich Cardinals. As you can possibly hear my microphone, it's a cold and windy afternoon here at the Darien High School tennis courts. Temperatures about 48 degrees, 47 degrees. It's expecting warmer soon though, so we are optimistic here. And you see there on court 2, Melwani barely able to get it, or barely unable to get over the net, and really an unforced error there from him. Rare. And you see on court 3, it's a changeover. 1-1 is the score right now between Johnson and Lindia. An excellent slam there if we're looking now, bottom right, court 4 by Orbanowski. And now Stanton will serve. It's a fault. And changeover now on court 2. Looks like Melwani won the first game up 1-love in that first set. Now looking back at that bottom right corner. It's now Poliniapan to serve. The duo between Poliniapan and Panda have a lot of chemistry. They played as the doubles 2 last year for that state championship winning team. And it's that semblance of turnover. Those two now juniors playing a crucial role. Both of these teams have been excellent this season. Just one loss on both teams. Darien 6-1. Their one loss to Trumbull, which had noted absences from their singles 1 and 2 players, Kai Collins and Rithik Mawani. And then Greenwich 5-1. Their loss to a formidable New Canaan side. We'll zoom in on court 1 now. Matchup between Kai Collins and Elias Arel. Arel up 1-love in the first set. And Arel able to get it just outside of Collins' reach. Collins wearing the royal blue is Darien's only junior captain, one of 3 captains alongside Kieran Grasick, who plays on their doubles 2, and then Rithik Mawani plays on singles 2. Arel to serve. Fault. Collins serve. Elias unable to return. Now we'll see Collins serve again. And Arel once again hitting the net. Collins pretty strong on his serve. He got broken the first time, but it's been pretty decent this go around. Now Collins serving from the right side. And hits the net on the backhand return. Let's move over to court 4. It's the doubles matchup. Currently, Greenwich up 2-1. Greenwich to serve towards Peliniapan. Can't get the return in bounds. And Panda's return there a little bit too far to the left. And Greenwich is putting on a serving clinic right now. You're seeing Darien unable to really win any points off Greenwich's serve. You know, these points have been quite short. Darien's been having some pretty unfortunate returns. They're a better team than this. At least this doubles team is a better team than this. And that's good if you're a fan of Orbanowski and Stanton or the Greenwich Cardinals. Penda shot a little bit too short here. There's almost a little bit of miscommunication earlier. It looked like at least Panda and Peliniapan were going to crash into each other. However, that did not end up being the costly mistake. Let's move over to court 3, the singles 3 matchup between Johnson and Lendia. Currently the score is 1-0 in favor of Johnson. Johnson now serving from our right hand side. It's a fault. And Johnson a little bit too much power on his shot. Misses the blue part of the court. And now we have a score update from that Johnson-Lendia match. Looks like Lendia was able to break. He's now up 2-1 against the junior. Yeah, Johnson played singles 4 on that state championship winning team. And was nicknamed Cramps by the team for a very unlucky injury history. He's been much better this year, though, and I think Darien Tennis is grateful to have him. While that match is in a break, we'll move back to that singles 2 matchup between Melwani and Kwan. Score currently still 1-0 to our knowledge in favor of Melwani, who serves from the left-hand side. It's a fault. Melwani shot a little bit too powerful on that forehand side. And Kwan's lob soars a little bit too far in the windy air. And I'll go in favor of Melwani. And while Melwani gets a little bit lucky there, lucky bounce off the net. And you'll see him smiling right now. He knows he just got away with one. It's quite the crowd outside today for this Darien Greenwich match, one of the more anticipated matches of this tennis season. And wow, you just saw a great ace there from Melwani. Powerful ace. And you can hear the cheers for the, home golden boy of the tennis team, Hrithik Melwani. He was instrumental in that win against New Canaan, that state final. Won Darien's Athlete of the Week, actually. We're now going to take a look at the doubles 2 court for the first time today. That's Grasick and Teresco for Darien against Russo and Roth for Greenwich. Currently, the last updated score is 1-0 in favor of the Blue Wave. This has been the loudest court of today. Even though we haven't shown it, you can hear the loud cheers of what appeared to be senior captain Kieran Grasick motivating his teammate Teresco. Teresco serving. Oh, updated score from the Teresco, or the doubles 2 game, I guess. It's 4-1. Greenwich advantage over Darien. But I mean, by the sound of it, I think all of us thought that Darien were winning, 4-1. Grasick following in the footsteps of his older brother, Foster. Senior captain last year, played on the doubles team last year, and was sort of a hype man also for the team. I think if you asked a lot of the players, he contributed to the positive vibes that whole team had throughout the season, carrying them to a state championship, and Kieran looks to do the exact same. And it looked like the ball just split between Grasick and Teresco, and neither of them really had an option. Teresco there hits the net on the serve. And simply just an unforced error from the Greenwich Cardinals, as he's just unable to get it over the net. Really unfortunate there. And Greenwich hits that point out. Let's actually move over Back to singles one. Taking a look at Kai Collins against Elias Orell. Score update right now. Orell up 2-1. Collins serving. And right there, Collins with a strong backhand that Orell really couldn't respond to. Collins, as I mentioned before, the junior star of the team, best player on the team, 4-star recruit. Really an unforced error there by Orell, hits it out. You can see there Collins also quite motivated. We'll move off of singles one. And we'll look at court two. Court two as Melwani and Quan. Seemed to be a little bit of a break in play between Orell and Collins. And Quan really just can't hit it in between the lines, and point there from Melwani. Quan right now serving from the left-hand side. And Quan there hits it into the net on the backhand. And Melwani's been pretty solid today. After dropping the first 2 of 3, he's really gone into a sort of rhythm. Melwani, I think, personally has a record of 4-1 this season. Was absent for Darien's loss against Trumbull, but I think he lost against Staples, and they're number 2. Fault from Quan. Quan. This guys that went a little bit too far. And Milwaukee's won a couple points in the row now. Let's move to doubles one between Poliniopoulos and Panda against Orbanowski and Stanton. Currently, the Blue Wave up 4-3 in that matchup. And Darien just won the last point after Greenwich Cardinal couldn't chase down the ball. We're back on court 3 for singles 3. Currently Chicho Lindia, up 3-2 against Henry Johnson. It's a fault there for Lindia, as you can tell once again. Quite windy, quite cold at Darien High School. And an extremely lengthy rally comes to an end with the Johnson, profiting off of Lindia hitting the net. Unforced error there from Lindia. Johnson right now the only Darien player to wear black pants instead of the classic white shorts. Johnson there skies it. And a little bit of a controversial call there. Lindia calls it out. Lindia serving from the viewer's left-hand perspective. That's a fault there from Lindia. Looks like a little bit of backspin on the ball. Johnson can't get it over the net. Unforced error from the junior. Let's move over to singles one between Collins and Burrell. Had a little bit of a pause earlier due to some unruly fan behavior. I think one of the first times we've ever had to say that for a boys' tennis match. Collins getting ready to serve against Arel. Currently the score, as we know, is Collins 3, Arel's 2 in that first set. And Arel really can't return the serve of Collins. And it looks like we hit the changeover between Collins and Arel. So we'll look at court 2 between Melwani and Quan. Melwani now up 4-1. He's rolling. And it's a double fault from Quan. Once again, the score currently, as we know, is 4-1. Melwani with the advantage over Quan. And Quan there hits the net once again. We'll actually move to a quad box right now. We have a couple games. Looks like they'll be winding down their first set. Just scores around the courts. 5-2 right now. Collins leads against Arel. 4-1 Melwani against Quan. Johnson and Lindy are stuck at 3-2. And then Niapan Panda versus Ross and Roth is at 5-4 right now in this first set. So we have a lot of, very interesting, very close tennis. You see in the bottom right there. Well, look right now at that doubles one matchup. At least I'll look at it. Pulling up and defends a shot that was right to his face. And Darien just a couple points away from securing that first set off the break. And it's a fault from Greenwich. Look at the bottom left of the screen. Right now, Henry Johnson serving. Top right, Rithik Malwani serving. It's a fault. And then top left, Arel serving to just hold on to this set. And we'll look right now. And in the bottom right, you just saw doubles one, pulling the opponent Panda win that first set. Top right or top left, you saw Collins win the first set. Just mere seconds apart right now. Looking great for the Darien Blue Wave. Or actually, Collins is on set point right now. Looks to be a rules disagreement in the top right between Malwani and Kwan. In an official score update, Collins wins that first set 6-1 against Arel. 6-2 against Arel. And you look at Malwani top right of the screen. He's pretty close to winning his first set. Malwani. And Rithik makes Kwan run to nowhere, and that's a great way to win that first set. Or actually, be mere points away from winning the first set. And the net not playing in Kwan's favor, just bounces off the top of the net and back into his own side of the court. Malwani getting ready to serve once again. And Kwon hooks his forehand just a little bit too far out. And now I can say for sure Melwani won that first set 6-1. You know, I might have called it a little bit early a couple times. Now we're looking at court 3. Johnson and Lindia. Currently, Lindia's up 5-2. And now it looks like he just won the first set, so we'll move over to doubles 2. And again, that's Grasic and Teresco for Darien against Russo and Roth. I believe that doubles 2 group of Greenwich won that first set 6-1. And now they've started in the second set. We haven't gotten a score update from them yet. Serve from Greenwich. And played short at the net, out of the reach of Teresco, unable to get it. And a point went easily off the air for Greenwich. Hello everyone, welcome back to the DAF Media Network. Hope you enjoyed a couple minutes of a silent telecast as some of us were warming up. It's a bit chilly here at the Darien High School. And now we're looking at the singles 1 matchup. Kai Collins dominated that first set 6-2, and now he's up 1-0. Picking up right where he left off. Orel to serve. And hits that one into the doubles lines. It's a nice point for Collins, who's looking to break. Actually, he broke. Sorry. Won that game on Arella's serve. Collins serving from the left. It's a fault. We'll see him go again. Can't get either serve in now. He's going to take a little bit of a pause for a breather, and now he'll serve from the right-hand side.
Good, Henry, come on. Yeah, Kai.
And Arella hits that one into the net. Point for Collins.
Yeah, Henry. Let's go, Henry.
And an excellent winner there from Collins. Excellent forehand, really. And now the changeover on court one means we'll get a scoring update soon, hopefully. Currently, it's Collins up 3-love in that second set. And now let's take a look at actually the fans that have come out today. Yeah, you can see right there. It's about 20 of us. It's even us in the booth. Yeah, let's wave hello. It's pretty packed for a tennis match, wouldn't you say? Yeah, we see Harrison, our director, nodding. Jake, who's on graphics, also pretty excited. And now let's get the camera off us and back on the action. Let's look at doubles one. Singles two. Yeah. Doubles one in a little bit of a break right now. And Kwon hits that one a little bit too far. Point for Mawani, and looks like we hit them at an inopportune time. Mawani won that first set 6-2, and now score update. Looks like Mawani's up 1-love in that second set. Remember, this is high school boys tennis, so it's 2 sets. Or best of 3 sets, actually. And both Mawani and Collins look on their way to winning. And we're back on the DAF Media Network. We're looking at doubles one, as we have been for the past couple minutes. And Poliniopoulos hits the net. This duo has been pretty successful so far. Won that first set 6-4. Coming back, they were down at one point, I think 3-2. Ended up one love in the second set. With the serve as well, Panda serving. And great front court play there from Poliniopoulos on the volley. Greenwich really unable to return effectively. Panda serving from the right-hand side. Quick and easy return there from Greenwich. We're now going to look over at singles 3. Right now it's Johnson and Landia. Johnson just currently not on camera because he was on another court retrieving a tennis ball. Welcome back, Henry. Landia and Johnson on their second set right now. Landia won the first set 6-2. And up 1-love in that second set. As the 5 results that are currently playing stand, Darien is up 3-2. That assumes obviously that Collins, Melwani, and Poliniopoulos and Panda win their second set, and that Landia and the duos group of Roth and Russo in doubles 2 win their second set. And Johnson tries the drop, but it falls a little bit too quickly. Point for Landia. Let's actually move over to that doubles 2 matchup. Coming out of a little break. We haven't covered them enough. They've been the loudest court by far, based on how much they've been cheering, and we got to show them a little bit of love on the DAF Media Network. Score currently a little bit inaccurate. Russo and Roth up 6-1, 3-love, rather than the other way around. And Greenwich serving to Darien's captain Kieran Grasick. And it's a double fault. Now Greenwich will serve from the left-hand side. Now that's 3 faults in a row for Greenwich. And 4 faults in a row. That's 2. It's a double fault. Definitely not a real tennis term, but we'll roll with it. Darien gifted 2 free points just now, based off of Greenwich's serving. It's 5 faults in a row. And on the 6th serve, they finally get it in. And Grasick hits the top of the net. It's been a lot quieter, I think, on the doubles 2 court now that we started covering it. Doesn't give enough credit for before, where we heard, I think, screaming almost every point. And now we hear Grasdick screaming after a wonderful point, wonderful win by Grasdick and Teresco. I think we'll look at singles one now. It's been a while since we looked at the match between Collins and Arell. Checking in. Collins up 5-love. Wow. And Collins hits that with emphasis there in the front court. Just a couple points away from sweeping the second set and winning in straight sets against one of the best players in the FCX too. And now Collins on match point right here. And Arell hits it out, and that's the end of the first match. And now we have a final score on singles one. Collins wins 6-2, 6-love. A real exclamation point to begin this match between Darien and Greenwich. Amazing stuff from the junior Kai Collins, really. It was close at first, but as soon as, it was up 2-1, 3-2, pulled away. And now let's move on to singles two. We heard a little bit of, discussion between Melwani and Quan over some out calls. Game's quite contentious, and you see right there, Quan hits the net right before the changeover. And Melwani hits a little bit of a yell right now. And he's up 3-love in this second set. So Darien is cruising right now. Let's look at doubles. Welcome back to the DAF Media Network. We have a special guest alongside us, Jack Breyer.
Neve, really nice to be with you here today. I'm a big fan of this tennis team, and really excited watching these guys, Harry and Panda, on court number 2 right now. This is great.
Yeah, they won that first set 6-4. They're up 3-love in the second set,
Oh,
and it's a rare error.
Yeah, that's not a good shot from Harry. Maybe he's thinking a little bit about our math test we got tomorrow. But he looks calm and composed right now. Panda does as well. I like the backwards hat from Panda.
I think this team's been a little bit more, rowdy today. If you I know you haven't been here long, but Garasic right there on court 1, doubles 2 has been really yelling, motivating the team. You saw Melwani really chirping with other players.
That's definitely something Kieran does. He likes to be a really vocal leader on this team. I mean, especially being a captain. And I'm pretty sure, is Kai Collins here today? I don't think he is.
No, Kai Collins actually just won 6-2, 6-love.
Oh, because he wasn't at the last match against Trumbull, I believe. But it's good that Kieran is really making his voice heard right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Neve. My mom just got here, so I'm going to have to get off this broadcast. But it was really a pleasure joining you here, and all the best to the Wave Tennis team. Let's go, boys.
Always great to have you on the broadcast, Jack.
Can I get on, please? Can I get on? My mom just dropped me off. Can I get on?
We're on the DAF Media Network now, and we're here with Kai Collins. Kai, say hi.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, we're currently watching doubles 2, or doubles 1. It's Panda and Pal are currently up 3-love in this second set. They won that first set 6-4. Kai, amazing game earlier. Won 6-2, 6-love against RL. And what do you see in the juniors right now that you're seeing on screen? Pal and Panda.
Yeah, I mean, they've been undefeated this whole season, so it's definitely a good match. I see that they won the first set and they're up in the second, so it's good. Carrying that momentum into the second, and no, they look like they're playing good tennis.
Dude, you're a mega good commentator. Can we talk a little about
Yeah, a couple people in the audience want us to mention how frigid it is outside. How does it feel competing in short sleeves in about 45 degrees, windy? This is not ideal tennis weather, is it?
This is not ideal tennis weather, but when you're out there, you warm up after you play a little bit, and no, it's not too bad once you get used to it.
Currently, I'm live with Luca, big tennis expert here, and we're broadcasting the match right now between Milwani and Quan. Milwani up 3-love in the second set and won that first set 6-1. Milwani's backhand hits the top of the net.
Yo, Panda's down.
Yeah, update from the doubles one court. Looks like Will Panda's a little bit injured. Thank you, Luca, for calling that out.
Wow, good dig by Rithik.
We were not watching the doubles one court. Looks like they are getting hit by a little bit of injuries. Both Poliniapin and Panda clutching their ankles.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent shot placement there.
Good point construction.
Yeah, Luca, you play a little bit of tennis yourself. When you see yourself in these long rallies, what's really going through your head?
I mean, yeah, you think about how, like, what they're kind of doing and how the points kind of being, worked and how if they're physically, if they're pretty good, and you kind of just try to keep going and, just really, thinking about just depth and placement on your next shots. Yo.
Yeah, I'm here now with Ashton, another one of our acclaimed tennis experts and fans of this game.
Yep, love to see all the Darien High School kids. Great atmosphere.
Yeah, do you know either Quan or Milwani?
Yep, Kai's a good friend of mine. Rithik's a good friend of mine. All the other guys don't really know them too well, but yeah, good stuff so far.
Quan's second serve now.
It's a little windy out here today. These players might have to adapt to the wind.
I mean, how so?
Maybe adjust your feet a couple extra times or use the wind to your advantage. But it's really good point from Harry over there.
A loud crowd today at the tennis courts.
Oh, it looks like Will Panda is getting a medical timeout right now. Not sure what happened over there.
Yeah, it looks to be a little bit of a leg cramp. That doubles team was up 6-4, 3-2 before the pause. Let's take a look at singles 3. And Lindia there hits the net for a point for Johnson.
Looks like Rithik is 3-2 now. I think he's up first set 6-1. Good stuff over there.
Yeah, it's been pretty solid today. So as Lindia, who we're seeing on court right now, of 6-2, 3-love in that second set.
Not sure what happened with the doubles. Maybe my friend can help me out. You know the score?
Yeah, it's 6-4, 3-2 in that doubles matchup that's currently suspended. And then in the other one, looks like they haven't started yet. Actually, looks like they're warming up for the singles 4 matchup, which is between Adam Rusick and Zach Schwartz. Now Johnson ready to serve.
Great point over there from Harry. A couple nice volleys. Good stuff.
Yeah, Johnson got a little bit lucky. Lindia hit a couple points off the top of the net and got some nice bounces off of it. Thank you, Ashton.
Yep.
Yeah. We're back and we're looking at court 2 right now. Kwan versus Melwani. Score right now 3-2 in that second set. As Kwan with an unforced error there, misses the drop, hits the net. Melwani was once up 3-love. Kwan's won back-to-back games. Kwan with a great straight shot there. Some big shots there right now from Quan and Mawani. All right, let's move over to court 3. Singles 3 right now. Johnson versus Landia. It's been the life right now of this tennis match. Loud crowd of fans right there. And Landia hits that one into the net. And the Darien fans are going absolutely wild right now. Henry now in the royal blue uniform serving from the right-hand side. It's going to be a fault. Can't get it over the net. And he hooks that one a little bit to the right-hand side. And after a very long rally, Johnson loses the point, hits the net. We have a score update from court 2. Right now, Quan's won 4 games in a row. Comeback possibly incoming right now. He's up 4-3. We're still going to be on court 3 right now. As Landia hits that one out. And Landia there, an errant return. And Landia hits a powerful forehand Johnson deflects it but can't get it over the net. It's quite close. Let's look at singles too, actually, right now. Melwani currently serving. He's down 4-3 in the second set after conceding 4 straight games. And Quan hits that one too far, a little bit out. Melwani hits the net on the first serve. And Quan can only do anything but just block Melwani's strong backhand. And now let's look at the singles 4 matchup that's now started after Collins' 6-2 6-love victory. And it's Marusek against Karingal Schwartz. Currently the freshman Marusek up 1-love in this first set. And just won another point off of Schwartz hitting the net. Marusek returns Schwartz's shot into the net. Currently a little bit of an update on court 2. Looks like Quan is undergoing some sort of treatment for an injury, hoping all the best for him. Schwartz hits that one out for Marusek. Now let's show you some coverage from doubles 3. Yeah, sorry for a little bit of a mix-up. It's a doubles 3 right now, and it's Aaron McGovern for Greenwich and Lewin Kopp for the Blue Wave. Currently just started. It's love. And Lou will now serve for the Blue Wave. And McGovern and Aaron hit that one into the net. And you can hear the excitement from Lou and Kopp on court number 1. And Lou hits that one in between, looks like the racket and the leg of Aaron. Very lucky shots right now from this doubles 3 crew, as they are currently cruising in this first game of this first set, with Lou serving once again. It's a fall from Lou. And it's now the changeover on doubles 3, so we'll move to singles 3. Fortunately, we cannot get a score update for you right now in doubles 3. No one wants to move the little tennis balls on the post, which is the completely modern way we've been looking at this. And now we look at the matchup between Landia versus Johnson. Johnson's been mounting some sort of a comeback, really, with the fan base. And it's been pretty contentious. Landia's had to tell off a couple fans of the Blue Wave for cheering too early, too late. Landia in the white shirt, getting ready to serve from the left-hand side. Landia and Johnson, this game has been a lot of slow rallies, long rallies, and then one unforced error really ends it. And Johnson wins the point, much to the pleasure of this Darien home crowd. Johnson now serving to Landia on that left-hand side. And Chicho Landia hits the top of the net. Can't get it over a point for Johnson. I'm here right now with Captain Kieran Grasick as we continue to look at the match between Johnson and Landia on court 3. I mean, Kieran, what do you think of, Johnson as a player on this team? Your singles 3 is really the one, he's kind of like the anchor.
Henry's been pretty good. These courts are pretty slow. Henry's play style plays pretty well against anyone on these courts. His opponent is also does pretty well on slow courts, so it's been an interesting battle to see.
And this home crowd's been pretty loud for you today. What do you have to say to the fans that have showed up for maybe the first time in a Darien tennis match?
I have to say they've been pretty good. I feel like it's impacted a lot of our games with a lot of our guys getting motivation. Especially with 3 dubs and 4 singles on court 1.
Yeah, you see right now, I'm looking over at court 1. Marusa getting a little bit excited for winning each point.
That's what you got to do. Keeps you in the point, keeps you in the match. Helps you win points.
Right now, that match between Melwani and Kwan still in pause for injury timeout. Kwan back on his feet again, though, thankfully.
Looks like it's cramping, but we don't have an official decision.
I mean, he's got a leg brace on now. I don't know if that was on before. Got to look back at film, I guess. And Johnson having to run laps around the court, getting sent left and right by Landia, who's really had his way in the first set. This time, the second set, crowd decided to play a little bit of a role.
Looks like a couple fans are heckling over here.
Couple Greenwich fans getting rowdy.
As they do.
Now we're taking a look at court 1. It's the singles matchup between Marusek and Schwartz.
Looks like Rithik just won at 2 singles. Retired from injury from Owen Kwan.
Yeah, it looks like Kwan, thankfully, is up walking on his own power, but he had to forfeit the match, retire from the match between Melwani. And currently, that means the Blue Wave are leading two matches to 1. Kwan was doing quite well in the second set, too. It was really unfortunate. He was down 3-love and then won 4 straight games. Was up 4-3. I think it was 4-4 when he got injured. So
5-5, I think.
Oh, 5-5, yeah.
Impressive battle from Owen. Sad to see him go down.
Yeah, one of the better players in the FCX, too. I'm sure he'll be quickly recovered and quickly winning once again for the Greenwich Cardinals.
Adam looking strong. Playing to the opponent's weak backhand.
Yeah, Marusek, one of the freshmen on your team. This team is a very top-heavy upperclassman.
I don't think he meant to do that. Ball went over the fence. Good pressure applied from Adam.
Changeover right now between Marusik and Schwartz, and Marusik galloping now to a 5-love lead in this first set. It's been
Impressive
nothing
battle
but
from
domination.
Adams looks like it might be a bagel.
Yeah, I think we've only had one bagel so far, and it was second set. Collins won 6-love in that match against Orel. Let's take a look at doubles 3 right now between Kopp and Liu and Aaron and McGovern for Greenwich.
Looks like it's 3-0. Oh, it seems to be a hook by Greenwich on 3 dubs over there. Josh, visibly upset. Oh, good emote and dance from Josh.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Strong finish. It looks like this is gonna be this is gonna be a good match for Darien.
It looks like it's a very exciting and, very emotional match also for Darien. Doubles 2 earlier, we were on your court. We could hear you screaming from all the way over here in the booth.
Guilty as charged. Nice point from Henry Johnson at 3 singles.
We're looking at singles 3 right now. Johnson just broke serve. It's 5-5, and, we're on upset watch right now at Darien High School. And Johnson's getting into it with the fans here from Greenwich. I think earlier we heard him saying he's an 8 UTR, I'm unrated. And I'd like to welcome back Kieran Grassick on the broadcast. We're looking at Johnson and Lindia.
Looks like Johnson. This might be an upset in the second set. Tied 5-all. Henry's been looking amazing.
You know, Henry's been looking fantastic. We thought, or a lot of people thought he was going to lose that last game. Broke serve, and now he's serving, you know, to take the lead in this set 6-5. We could see a tie break here, really. Henry Johnson there. Yeah, shots a little bit just too powerful. Hits it out. Henry's really been interacting with, you know, the crowd every single point. He decides to look back and, you know, give a little bit of a smart comment here.
I think it's really helped him. It's clearly getting in Chicho's head over there.
I don't know. I feel like him interacting, though, you know, a little bit just lost. Should be more hyper-focused on the game. It's a fault there from Johnson.
Good return from Chicho there.
Yeah, Cheecher's won a couple points in a row now. Johnson at risk of being broken. We're on the DAF Media Network here. I'm with Luke, you know, supporter of Greenwich Cardinals, tennis player himself. And we're looking right now at the match between Johnson and Lindia. Johnson right now down 40-30, and it's 5-5 in the second set.
Yes, sir. Just incredible back and forth here from these two.
Yeah, this match has been full of long rallies
Absolutely.
on both sides. It's been a slow court today.
It has, yeah. It's been a long match. Looks to be going longer now.
Yeah, we're now
Could
counting out about 2 hours of tennis right now.
Could be approaching a third set, too, depending on this outcome.
I mean, Luke, you know Lindia well. You know, where does he struggle the most, really?
You know, I don't really want to talk about my teammates' weaknesses.
Okay, where's his biggest strength then?
I feel like his biggest strength here is definitely keeping himself in the point. Really,
Yeah.
you know, keeping that point going longer, letting his opponent make the mistake. And I think we really should have two of those players here.
Yeah, I think that's why we've seen like 20, 30 shot rallies here quite easily. And it's been, you know, pretty fun to watch.
Absolutely, yeah. It really has.
And there's been about a handful of Greenwich supporters here in the crowd, you know, right next to you as well. We have to say to the support, you know, for the Greenwich Cardinals coming up, you know, 20 minutes to Darien and supporting your tennis team.
Yes, sir. I mean, I think that the support really just has been there today. We haven't been as strong as some other matches, but I think there definitely has been a lot of support today. I think if we could just get a little more support out there, we could pull this thing off. What? 2 dubs?
Johnson serving. It's another first serve fault from the junior.
Beautiful winner.
Yeah, Johnson there with an electric forehand. Lindia Just not quick enough to get there. Johnson serving again after messing up the first serve. John-
Chicho. Beautiful point there.
Yeah, really unfortunate, unforced error there from Johnson. Careless hitting the net.
Very careless, yep. It's really just a lot of back and forth to this match is what I'm noticing. I mean, it's 1 point here, 1 point Darien, 1 point Greenwich. I mean, the whole momentum shifts in the hand of a point.
You know, we're 2 hours into this too. How much do you think fatigue has a role, in this matchup?
I mean, I know Chicho pretty well. He has had a bunch of long matches. I mean, against New Canaan alone, he went to 3 sets against a pretty talented player, Doshi. And I think his fatigue eventually catches up to him, but he has some pretty good stamina out there on the court, definitely. Beautiful shot there by Johnson.
Deuce right now on court 3, 5-5 in the second set.
Volley winner there by Chicho Lindia.
Yeah, Lindia now with a chance to break. And if he breaks this, then wins his serve. He's won this match, so pretty crucial point right now for Greenwich.
Yep. Break by Chicho Lindia. Huge game there for Greenwich.
Yeah, great break there for Lindia now. He's going to be serving for match. Right now I'm looking at the results. It looks like Darien's won 2 matches so far. Greenwich 1. You know, if Lindia's 4 serves away really from making this 2-2 right now.
4 serves away from tying this thing up. Absolutely.
All right, welcome back to the DAF Media Network. I'm here with Henry, and we're watching Johnson versus Lindia. Lindia currently serving for match right now. After breaking Johnson, it's up 6-5, 6-2.
Yeah. It's been a close second set here, so let's see if Lindia can get it done.
Yeah, Johnson there with a really careless, unforced error, hitting it straight into the net. Needs to put a little bit more power on that one to hit it over and to, make this rally a little bit longer.
It's a good volley from Chicho right there.
Yeah, great volley there.
Coming from the Greenwich team, that's something Lindia has really worked on recently is his serve and volley game. And I think it's definitely benefited him a lot in recent games.
Yeah, I mean, he's been pretty solid today in the front court on volleys as well. And, this game's consisted of a lot of long rallies as well, and Lindia's been the one who's been making the mistakes the least, and that's what's important here.
That's another good point there. I mean, you got to give it to Rothbard. He's been quite solid today, especially against a hard opponent. So he's given a good showing today, for sure.
Yeah, Lindia right now on match point against Johnson. He's up 40 love
for the match. And that will do it.
Yeah, strong forehand slam right there for Lindia, and he's able to win the match 6-2, 7-5 against Johnson. Really impressive victory for the kid. And now it's 2-2 in matches between Greenwich and Darien. Henry, anything to say about Lindia's performance today?
I think he was kind of losing his head a little bit, to be honest, his mental in the second set, but he put it well together. I think he closed out the match well, and it's been a good match, to be fair. And, of course, going into it, you wouldn't expect it possibly to be this close, but they both gave us a good showing, and Lindia comes out on top, but it's definitely a good win for him.
Yeah, truly wise words from a wise man. Thank you, Henry, for your insight on that one. Now we're taking a look at the one doubles match between Orbanowski and Stanton and Pandan Poloniapon. Currently the score is 6-4, 3-6, and then 5-4. Currently, Orbanowski and Stanton lead in this third set there. One game away from winning this match. Panda serving. First serve is a fault. After the double fault from Panda.
Back at the line. Unforced error by Panda there. Puts Greenwich ahead.
Yeah, Greenwich just a couple points away from breaking and winning a third match, which will be crucial right now because if I'm looking at the other two matches, looks like Marusik's won the first set for Darien in the singles four, and then looks like Darien's up 5-love in doubles three.
Another unforced error by Panda there. Puts Greenwich just a few points away from sealing this matchup. A long, hard-fought battle. It's gone over 2 hours now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this is the longest match so far, clocking it at just under 2.5 hours. It's a 3-set match. We had a little bit of a break as Panda went down for cramps, and that's when this game turned upside down, really, for Darien.
Really nice volley by Panda there, putting that away.
It's all right, bud. Come on.
And Panda soars that shot into the tarp on the back fence, and we have a final score now for doubles one. Greenwich wins 4-6, 6-3, 6-4. And that's an incredible comeback there for Orbanowski and Stanton. It's the first loss of the year for Darien's one doubles of Panda and Poloniapan. And currently now Greenwich lead in matches 3-2 against Darien.
Really an amazing comeback there by Stanton and Orbanowski. They went through a tough loss last week to Staples to their number one doubles. I mean, it was an incredible match too. I just don't think they played their best last week, and they really picked it up. They learned from their mistakes, and they really defeated a really difficult team today.
And looking forward for Greenwich, their next opponent is Trumbull. They'll face them at home. What do you expect, Greenwich to do against this Trumbull team that just beat Darien a couple of days ago?
Yep, Trumbull's definitely looking really strong this year. I mean, we've been told that obviously they've beaten you guys. Haven't faced New Canaan yet, I don't think, and I think we're going to face them tomorrow. I think we're ready for what's going to come, and we've been preparing for this all season. So I think we've had long practices. We've gone out there, we've grinded. So I think whatever they have to give us, we're ready to face it.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see Greenwich on that second half of a very challenging doubleheader with two one loss or less teams in the FCAC.
Absolutely, yeah.
And now let's take a look at the singles four matchup between Marusek for the Blue Wave and Zach Schwartz for the Greenwich Cardinals. Marusek won that first set 6-love, and now he's up 1-love in the second set. 6-4 in the first set.
That was a nice comeback by Schwartz there in the first set. I know he was down 5-0. He had a match point, so it's good to see that he came back and won those 4 games. Gives him a little bit of momentum coming into the second set.
Yeah, both of these players a bit younger too, on very upperclassmen heavy teams. So it's nice to see some of the young talent play for two strong teams in the FCI.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially at such a high position at 4 singles.
We're back on the DAF Media Network covering singles 4 right now. Marusek won that first set 6-4. He's up 1-love in the second set. And really just unforced error there from Marusek. Hits it into the net on the volley.
Really nice lob there by Marusek. Nothing really Schwartz could do about that as he approaches the net.
Looks like Schwartz hit that one a little bit too far. 2 out into the point for Marusek.
Another unforced error by Marusek puts Schwartz up 40-30 in this game.
Yeah, Schwartz there hits the top of the net. And it's been back and forth between these two players, and that shows how close this game's been, or become, I guess, after Marusek won the first 5 games in that first set.
Yeah, it's definitely been a battle. A little bit long there for Schwartz. A little bit too much power on it. Schwartz questioning the call. And they'll settle, add in for Marusek.
We're back on the DAF Media Network covering some doubles 3 action. Had a little bit of a comeback, similar to the singles 4 game. Looked like Lou and Kopp were cruising on. They were up 5-love in that first set, and then, that Greenwich team of Aaron McGovern came back. They won 4 straight, and then Lou and Kopp won 6-4 that set. And now we're in the second set. And Aaron and McGovern are serving. Kopp to receive. He faulted on the first serve. Welcome back to the DAF Media Network. I'm here with DAF Media legend Harikumar Poliniappan in the booth, and we're going to analyze this singles match between Adam Marusik and Zach Schwartz. Currently, Schwartz down 1-love in the first set.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to commentate out here with the great Neve Sagel.
Yeah, Schwartz right now serving for the Greenwich Cardinals. First serve is a fault.
It's a beautiful forehand there by Adam, forcing Schwartz into an error.
Yeah, Schwartz, a lot of the times he loses the point by just hitting the net. A little bit of just extra strength is really what he needs to push him over the hump. It's been quite a cold and windy day here at Darien. I've said it a bunch of times, but temperature keeps dropping, the wind keeps going up. How do you think that affects, you while you're playing a tennis match and it's like 42 degrees outside and the wind's like blowing in your face?
Yeah, these conditions aren't great. They really tighten up and stiffen up the body, and it's quite hard to get some pop on the ball out there.
Yeah, it's been quite the lengthy match between Darien and Greenwich, about 3 hours in length almost. And, we're looking at a couple games, 3-2 on the score update. Schwartz up 3-2 in that second set. So that might be going to a third set. We might be here for 4 hours, folks. One of the longest DAF Media broadcasts in history. We've had a couple triple overtime, double overtime lacrosse games, but nothing really compares to the length of a tennis match, does it, Harry?
Yeah, you never know. That's the beauty of tennis. The game never ends. There's no clock, and you just got to keep on fighting out there. And hopefully that's what Adam will do.
Let's move on over to the doubles 3 matchup between Lou and Kopp on Darien and Aaron and McGovern on Greenwich.
It's a good put away volley there by McGovern. Yeah, I don't know if we've said it before, but this is Joshua Liu's debut at 3 doubles.
Oh, what does he normally play?
We typically see Josh moving around the lineup in 3 singles, but we're just trying out new things here today.
It looks like he's been doing quite well in his debut. He's won that first set 6-4. He was at a 5-love lead at one point. And now, although he's down 1-love in the second set, we've seen, how impactful he's been on the court. Harry, you had quite the fan section show out today. What did you have to say to, the supporters that came out, cheered you on, and, maybe the largest student section in Darien tennis history?
Yeah, I'm just really grateful for all the support that we saw out here today. It was definitely helpful, and we hope to see continued support going forward. There's a good serve by Kopp.
You hear their loud cheers from the doubles 3 team, almost as loud as the doubles 2 cheers that happened on the same court a couple hours ago, with Captain Grasic, Kieran Grasic there, loudly rooting on himself.
It's a great drop volley there by Khan at the net. It's not easy in these windy conditions.
Yeah, got really lucky there. The net let him roll over too. We've seen some unlucky net shots. I mean, I'm thinking about the match between Kwon and Melwani. I think there were like 3 times Kwon at the top of the net didn't roll his way. Yeah, great save there by Kopp.
And look at them converting that point. Yeah, you might be able to hear those cheers from the first court. Big point for Adam right there. Nice put away there by Kopp up at net. He's really been showing out with those hands.
Yeah, score right now on that court. It's 1-all. Both games moving quite slowly on courts 1 and 5.
Yeah, and there's a good serve by McGovern.
We're back covering a dual cam of action right now. On our left, it's going to be that singles four matchup between Marusek and Schwartz. And then on the right, it's Lewin Kopp against Aaron and McGovern for Greenwich. That's the doubles three matchup. Both look close to winding down.
It's a good put away up at net by Aaron. There's a good rally there by Schwartz and Marusek. Schwartz coming away with that forehand.
A little bit of break of a changeover on the right side. Score update. Looks like Aaron and McGovern have won another game. They're up 2-1 in that second set. Right now, as both things stand, so we're going to be holding the 2 3-setters.
Yep, 2 tight second sets here.
Schwartz first serve straight into the net.
Unfortunate bounce on the second serve, leading to a double fault.
Yeah, we've seen some weird bounces today with the wind, with the cold. Safe to say these are not ideal tennis conditions, and honestly, probably far from it. It's another fault there from Schwartz.
It's a great forehand put away there by Schwartz. Blue Wave trying to will a comeback here from Marusek in the second set.
It's been pretty back and forth in this one for even the doubles match too. You know, we haven't seen exactly a blowout yet in these matches. I guess the only exception is really singles one with Kai Collins, where he won 6-2, 6-love.
Wow.
Everything else, I think we've had a couple 3-setters. We had Johnson, who were pretty close to match 2, lost 6-2, 7-5 against someone who apparently had a UTR of 8 compared to Henry, who's unrated. So pretty impressive results from the Blue Wave so far, even if they do end up losing.
Yeah, Adam having a difficult time trying to stay in the rallies here, especially with these windy conditions.
I mean, Marusik, the youngest player on the Darien team, he's going to have a lot of time to grow and, mature into a better tennis player. It might just be fatigue really playing in a role at this point. I mean, it's 40 degrees outside. Everything, as you said before, is a lot harder when it's 20 degrees colder than normal.
Yeah, but we've seen some great things from Adam. Having an undefeated record on the season and coming through with some big wins against Staples and Trumbull as well.
Yeah, what do you have to say about the presence that Adam brings to the team, as the youngest member, really?
Yeah, Adam brings some renewed firepower and energy. Always fun to see him playing out there. He loves the crowd, and he uses it pretty well.
Let's take a look now at doubles 3 between Lewin Kopp, Aaron McGovern. Looks like the score right now, we're looking at 3-1 in favor of Aaron and McGovern. And we're back. I'm here with now Henry Johnson, Darien singles 3 player. Henry, great game today, great match today. How did it feel, playing with the fans in the background? I saw you interacting with them a good bit from both Darien and Greenwich.
So I came into the match as the underdog. I saw my fans on the sideline hyping me up. So I tried my best. Yeah, I came close then, but at the end I just couldn't keep up. But my team still, we're down 3-2 right now, but 3 dubs in a close match, 4 singles in a close match, and we will be able to come out of this match on top.
Yeah, how do you feel? I've spoken to a lot of the players about the cold today, the wind today. How do you think how that affected your game?
It's cold as shit, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's very cold. There's not much else to say. Hands are stiff, body's stiff. It's hard to move in this cold, and at the end of the day, if it was hot, I would have won. My whole team would have won, and we would have won 7-0 and been home by now.
Great to hear from you, Henry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll give the mic back to Neve Cycle.
Yeah. We're back on the DAF Media Network looking at doubles 3 action between the team of Lou and Kopp for Darien and Aaron and McGovern for Greenwich. I'm alongside Orson. My name's Neve Sagal. We're watching from Darien High School.
How's it going?
Yeah, I'm doing quite right. It's a little bit chilly today,
Yeah.
a little bit windy.
Mhm.
And I'm excited for some great tennis action, really.
Of course. I mean, today's been a close one. It's 2-2 right now. Or no, it's 3-2.
Yeah.
But it looks like 4 singles is in a third set, and I play for Greenwich, so my 3 doubles is fighting back, but it's gonna be a close one. It's been great, you guys hosting us here, so yeah.
Yeah, no, it looks like this game on doubles 3 is currently tied at 3-3. Looks like they might be headed towards the third set. Lou and Kopp have won their last 2 games though. It was 3-1 at one point. It's a pretty solid grouping.
Yeah, I mean, they look very good together. I mean, their teamwork and communication, and also I noticed, I think the lefty,
Yeah.
their combination with the lefty righty with both forehands on the outside is just very beneficial for doubles because it just forces a poach for the net player, which is just huge in a match like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he does have an unorthodox serving motion, but if it works, it works. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And you just said they won their last 2 games, so, if they continue to exceed, just keep doing it. I mean, and he's a young player, so he'll have time to grow. And next season, no doubt, he'll be back stronger.
Yeah, this Darien team's been shuffling around their pairings of 3 doubles, especially after the loss to Trumbull, where they, had an unexpected loss. And it came, due to their 3 doubles not performing to expectation. So they've been shuffling players. You look at Josh Liu right now; it's his 3 doubles debut. Actually, he's usually a singles player, and then Kopp's been, rotating with other freshmen and juniors.
Yeah, that's similar with our player Zach Roth. He played 2 doubles today. He at the start of the season, he played our first 3 games at singles 4, I believe, and he did nothing short of expectations. He performed greatly, but since Zach Schwartz, who's playing right now, who's in a third set with Adam, is back, he's stepped into that role doubles 2 with an injury from Will Newtonfelt perfectly. I mean, he fits like a glove in that position.
Yeah, well said. Thank you, Orson.
No problem. Thank you.
I'm here now with the great, wonderful Kai Collins once again on the DAF Media Network, and we're going to be talking about Adam Marusic's match against Schwartz.
Yep.
Schwartz getting ready to serve. Yeah, right there you see Marusic hits it a little bit too hard and hits it out.
A little too much power from Adam Marusek. Just has to learn to channel that. Great ball striking, though.
You know, Marusic, a pretty vocal player on the court, you know. Gives me flashbacks to watching, you know, players like Nadal.
Ooh. Adam with a tight forehand there. I think it's 1-1 in the second, right?
Yeah, it's 1-0 in the second. First set, Marusic won 6-4. Second set, he lost 3-6. It's now 1-1.
Tight match, tight match.
Between, you know, two fierce competitors as well in Zach Schwartz and Adam Marusic. Two young competitors, too, and two futures of two great teams.
Absolutely.
You know, Kai, as a junior, are you excited, you know, to spend one more year with Adam before you leave? Because I know I was talking to Rithik earlier. Rithik was saying, you know, he feels, you know, a little bit sad in his heart to leave Darien tennis only playing 1 year with Adam Marusic.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely, you know, very happy that I get to play with Adam for the next few years, and he's definitely, like you said, a fierce competitor. What? What? Like I was saying, Adam's a great competitor, and I'm very excited to be with him for the next few years. Oh, 1 more year. My bad. I might reclass again.
Thank you, Kai, for your very insightful input.
No problem.
Yeah. Pleasure to have you on the DAF Media Network as always.
Thank you. I'm not going off, though. Huh? I'm joking.
Now let's take a look over at the doubles 3 matchup between Lewin Kopp and Aaron and McGovern.
Khan with a lightning smash. Wow, that was amazing. Khan is just such a versatile player on the court. Moves very well. And overall, just a really athletic player.
Yeah, I was with a freshman from Greenwich earlier. He was telling me how Khan and Lou's kind of a perfect doubles matchup. Both of them have, you know, opposite forehands.
A little too much power by
Schwartz.
Schwartz. Kiss from Rithik there. What? Adam leading 2-1 in the third set. And Khan with an unstoppable volley. Wow, what an athletic player. Yeah, I got you. Is that supposed to be racist? My apologies for that last comment. What? Lamarck? Lamarck. Josh with an amazing volley. Wow. Whoa, questionable call on court 5.
Yeah, it's been a series of questionable calls today on both sides. Some passion there from Darien's coach.
John is very passionate. That is one thing about John. You know, Coach John is a very passionate individual, and you know we all love him for that. Josh staying low on those volleys. An incredible player. Khan with an explosive serve. Wow, Khan is just an animal on the tennis court. I want to introduce here the one and only Will Panda playing out one doubles. Absolutely an incredible player. Passing it off to you, Will.
Yeah, Will Panda, also a DAF Media volunteer. I think it's his debut on the microphone. Is that true?
Yes, that's true. That is true. An honor to be here on the mic today.
Yeah, Will Panda, has staffed a couple of turkey bowls.
Yeah, very fun affair.
DAF Media actually won a Student Emmy Award recently. Over the weekend, I was informed of this for their Turkey Bowl production. And they also won an honorable mention for their Turkey Bowl game day production. So big things happening here at DAF Media Network. And back to the tennis matches that are currently happening. Score update, it's 5-5 in this matchup between
Lou and Kopp.
Yeah, Lou, Kopp, McGovern, and Aaron. And the graphic should update now. Yeah. And on court 1.
Big point there from doubles 3 over on court 5. Schwartz to serve here. Punishing forehand there from Schwartz. Looks like 3 dubs over there. Lou and Kopp and Joshua Liu looking to close out the set here. Gonna need to pick up their energy a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard when it's, cold and chilly outside. And, these players have been out here for 3.5 hours. I mean, I got here at, 3:15 to get ready for this broadcast. And, it's 4 hours later, and we're not close to being done. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it's the game of tennis there. Relentless. Everlasting.
No, unfortunately, we do not get paid for this at all. So I guess maybe double. Yeah, 0-0, right?
DAF Media, the volunteer network.
Yeah,
led by students.
Yeah, student group. As always, grateful for advisor Damien Andrew for giving us this opportunity. I don't know where he is right now.
Little miscommunication there from 3 doubles. Leaves it to an easy put away for Greenwich.
Just taking a look over at court 4, long rally between Marusik and Schwartz, and that just ended. As I was saying, a little bit of an announcer's jinx. Marusik hitting the net on that one. A little bit of an unforced error from the kid.
Gonna need to pick up his energy here to bounce back in this 3rd set. Although it is quite cold over here at DHS tennis courts.
Yeah, we had a teammate earlier say, if it was a little bit hotter, Darien would have won 7-0. So,
Can't say I disagree.
Does anyone know what time the sun sets today? Darien has no lights on this tennis court, clearly, so.
Yeah, and both parties electing to play 3rd sets here if it comes to it. So light could be an issue.
We might be close to the record, if not already having the record for longest broadcast in DAF Media history.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's 3 doubles, comes to an end of that very long-lasting point. Greenwich takes the game there. Should be up 6-5. Greenwich in the 2nd set over on 3 doubles.
Yeah, Greenwich up 6-5. They lost that first set 4-6, though. So that means we will be trending towards a 3rd set on doubles 3. Not exactly the sign you want to, or not exactly what you want to hear if you're a Darien fan.
No, not at all, especially with the lights the sunlight coming to a close here in Darien, and it just getting colder by the hour.
And an emphatic scream on court 1 by Schwartz as he wins the point over Marusek.
Looking to pick up the energy there, back on 3 doubles, court 5. As Josh Liu is serving 5-6.
I mean, I wonder what you do as a player right now. 4 hours in this temperature. They're wearing short sleeves too. I'm wearing like 4 layers right now, and I'm still freezing.
Yeah, it's impressive that Zach Schwartz can play as loose as he's playing right now in this bitter weather. Big point over there, singles 4, Adam Marusik taking it after a long volley rally. Going volley there for about 15 balls.
Marusek there with a fault.
Schwartz dropping that point there, but Neve, Schwartz has been playing loose all day. It's just getting colder out here, and he seems like he's enjoying it, as many of us are quite cold here in Darien.
Yes. Fortunately, though, I have looked at the weather app. Looks like it will be getting warmer soon for Darien. It looks like it's going up to about 50-something tomorrow, and then we're getting a temperature of about 67 degrees high on
Oh, wow.
Thursday. Yeah.
That's very great to hear.
Yeah.
Especially for the tennis program, not used to playing this cold weather, can really be an obstacle and an issue when it comes to these close matches.
Yeah, your next game is against Ward. Is that tomorrow or is that Thursday?
That's Thursday over, I believe it's also home.
Yeah, it's at these courts. And then next week it's the big matchup that I think a lot of people have been waiting for. It's New Canaan rematch of that state final.
Yeah. The boys of Darien are traveling over to New Canaan on Monday, the 27th, to face New Canaan, a very strong team, one of the strongest teams they've ever had there at their tennis program.
Yeah, I wonder if our colleagues at NCTV will be covering that game for, their great program.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. It's a really interesting one, as Marusik just puts that one long. Doubles 3, looking at an intense point here. Another emphatic scream from Zach Schwartz over on court 1. Really starting to carry the momentum over.
Yeah, I think you'll see that a lot, or at least I've seen that a lot in tennis today, is that, the players on both teams will tend to, be loud when they're winning and make it a point to show that they're winning.
Yeah, 100%. In tennis, it's all about the energy. The energy you can show on the court really translates well with success. As I believe Greenwich has taken that second set over on court 5, and looks like we're going to have a decision here, a third set or match tiebreak.
I mean, I would assume they opt for the tiebreak, but with the way things have been going, looks like they'll be going for a third set.
Looks like Schwartz has been pulling away here on court 1. Adam might need to dig a little deep here, but these conditions, it's quite a difficult feat.
Yeah, Schwartz right now 1 game away from winning this match, and Greenwich 1 game away from defeating Darien.
Yeah, it really seems like Greenwich has been the team to deal with the conditions the best here. I mean, both teams are dealing with the cold, but Greenwich doesn't look like they've had it get to them mentally. But Adam Marisik seems to be returning. Going to need a break to stay in this match here.
We're going to zoom in on that court one now between Schwartz and Marusik. Schwartz serving for match.
As Adam puts that one just wide with a powerful serve there from Schwartz, making the return be off the mark.
No, I think it's...
Second serve coming from Schwartz here. 4-1. Marusik puts it wide once again. Seems like to be the same narrative going on here in this last game.
Yeah, Schwartz, I think he's 1 point away from putting this match to bed. 2 points away from putting this match to bed.
And he seems like his energy level has just stayed the same constant high for this whole match here.
I mean, I really think the turning point of this match was, when Marusik was up 5-love in that first set, and that turned out he won the next 4 games, Schwartz. And I think that's really what changed this.
And Marusik gets there, keeps it alive.
Yeah, 1 more point for the men in blue.
Extending this match just a little longer here. Dubs 3 looks like they are looking to see how singles 4, pardon me, is going to close this one out, see if they have to finish their match, as this could put Greenwich up to 4 points and clinch the victory. Amazing shot by Zach Schwartz there. Marusik just couldn't get it back.
Yeah, now officially it's match point.
Officially match point, yes. For Greenwich, and match point, this will clinch the Greenwich.
Schwartz to serve.
And that should do it.
Yeah, that
Greenwich wins here at Darien High School. Knocks down the blue wave with Zach Schwartz clinching the victory there for the Cardinals.
Yeah, with that point from Zach Schwartz, Greenwich rises to 6-1. Darien to 6-1. Darien falls to 6-2. Greenwich will play Trumbull tomorrow. Darien will play Ward at Thursday at home. That game will not be on the DAF Media Network, unfortunately. Will, it was a pleasure working with you.
Pleasure. Always a pleasure to be with Neve Sagel.
And I'd like to thank, the other 10 folks that helped me on the broadcast today. If I could remember all their names, I would. I'd like to thank Harrison Deltz for working on directing. And I'd like to thank Jake Sobolewski for working on graphics. And this broadcast could not be done without Damian Andrew. You're watching the DAF Media Network, a joint production between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation, brought to you with great support from Terry and Nancy McGrone. We'll be back, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Are you enjoying this broadcast? If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network, please help support us with a donation. DAF Media is committed to education and broadcast excellence. Your support allows us to keep bringing you high-quality community programming while giving our student volunteer broadcasters hands-on STEM experiential learning of all parts of computer networking and video production. Your donations help pay for equipment, insurance, transportation, and our award-winning advisor and make these broadcasts possible. To donate, you can scan the QR code shown here or visit our website at dafmedia.org. The link to donate is also in the description of this YouTube video. For those of you who prefer a more traditional approach, checks can be made payable to DAF Media and mailed to the address shown here. Any donation of $1,000 or more will be recognized as sponsors of our broadcasts for 1 year. Feel free to pause the broadcast to write this down. Thanks for watching and supporting DAF Media.